Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, guys? Sergeant Moose here, back with another Evil Dead the Game video. And today, guys, I want to make a video regarding the Prestige system. Now, we're a few days into the Prestige system, and I've been seeing a lot of posts lately on Twitter, on Reddit, things like that, in Discord. A lot of folks are saying that the Prestige system is too grindy. So, with that said, that's pretty much what this video is going to be about today regarding how grindy exactly is the Prestige system. So, most of us, including myself, have wanted a system in this game to improve longevity of the game, the quality of life of the game, and give day one players and longtime players such as myself a reason and something to grind for in the long run. So, obviously, this Prestige system is something to grind for in the long run. As you guys can see right here, for instance, we have Mia. We have her Prestige 5. Now, obviously, I went through and I skipped everything with spirit points, but it is a hefty amount of spirit points that I used. When the Prestige system dropped on the first day, I streamed it and immediately prestiged her out to level 5, and it cost me 12 million plus spirit points. I think we had like 14 million before we started it. As soon as we dumped it all into her, got her to level 5, we were pretty low. We had like not even 2 million spirit points left. So, yes, it does cost a ton of spirit points to prestige your characters out. And even if you've been playing this game for a very long time, you've been harvesting spirit points, 10, 20 million spirit points for a very long time, you're still not going to make a ton of progress in terms of how many characters that you can prestige out. Even the extremely high-level players, 7s and 800s, maybe were able to max out 2 characters, whether it be Demon or Survivor, and Prestige. And honestly, guys, in my opinion, I think that's a good thing, because still, it even gives people that have a ton of spirit points still a lot to grind for in this game, because considering myself, having a ton of spirit points at the beginning, we've only been able to max out Mia, and we also got Arthur to Prestige level 1. Now, regarding Arthur, I didn't have many spirit points to use on him to Prestige, so I've been actually having to play games. But here's the interesting thing about this Prestige system, guys, and why I personally, now this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I personally don't think this Prestige system is overly grindy. I think it's actually pretty decent. Yes, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a while. You're going to have to play a lot of matches. You're going to have to do a lot of these objectives to be able to complete this Prestige system. But hear me out on this. So let's just take a look at Arthur for a second, guys. So we have him to Prestige 1. Now, a lot of this, I still had some spirit points left over, roughly almost 2 million spirit points left over. So we were easily able to get him to Prestige 1. Now, I am working on Prestige 2, and this is where it's interesting, because as you guys can see here, the first objective is to finish 21 matches without dying. And as you guys can see, the rest of them are kind of pretty low. But for the first one, I didn't actually have to finish 21 matches without dying. You can use the spirit points to progress a tier on each objective. As you can see, there's 3 different tiers for each objective. And each tier, to progress, seems like it costs a good bit of spirit points, but it's actually not completely outrageous, in my opinion. You can get this amount of spirit points, as you guys can see here, 149,930 spirit points. You can get that in, I don't even know, maybe 5 or 10 matches. You can accumulate that many spirit points. And by doing that, you can progress another tier on that objective. So essentially, I just go ahead and I take the one that I think is going to take the most amount of time to complete, which I thought that this one would take the most amount of time to complete, the 21 matches. I went ahead and used spirit points on that. Now, as I'm progressing through these guys, as you guys can see here, 870 finishers. I had roughly about 250 finishers that I've completed myself in matches, and as you complete and you progress up the tier, up each one of the 3 tiers, it lowers the amount of spirit points required to max that tier out. So on the first tier, I was roughly almost completely done with the first tier, and I just went ahead and I finished up maxing it out, and it only cost me like a few thousand spirit points to finish that up. So these objectives, just looking at them at a glance, it looks like they require an insane amount of playtime and doing specific things. As you guys can see here, we still have a ton of finishers that we need to complete this tier on Arthur, but that's where spirit points come into play. And again, by just playing the game, even winning also will obviously help in the spirit points column, but playing the game will cut this grind literally in half. So as you're completing these objectives and you're gaining spirit points by completing matches like regular, you can literally cut that pretty much in half. So basically for me, I'll go ahead and I'll, perform finishers up until I get halfway through the second tier. And then by that time, I should have enough spirit points to finish that second tier. Not to mention, we'll still be working on our complete 60 matches. We only have 13 more to go there. So I don't think I'm going to use any more spirit points to complete that since we're already almost done. So I'll use them on either this last one here or the finishers. So I can see us getting to Prestige 2 pretty quickly on Arthur. And then, of course, if you look here, the level 3 Prestige for him, it's win 33 matches right out of the gate. I know that's going to take a while because, first of all, that requires you to play 33 matches and you have to win all 33 of them. So pretty much that's going to be a grind. You can't guarantee, especially me with playing solo queue a good bit. I know that's going to take a while probably to win 33 matches, so I'm going to go ahead and use spirit points to bump that up. And then collect 1,320 bottles of Pink F. I'll probably let that ride a little bit since Pink F's relatively pretty easy to collect throughout the matches. So the objectives that I find that are going to be easier, I'm going to focus on them and try to get them through playtime. The objectives that I think is going to take a while to complete, I'm going to go ahead and use spirit points. So, in a nutshell, guys, I can see why a lot of players think that this system is very, very grindy. But at the same time, guys, again, for wanting, a bright future for this game, a longer future, something to keep us coming back day in and day out and grinding, it has to be this way. Because if you could imagine if it was a lot less grindy, and yesterday, or a few days ago, the Prestige system was introduced, players with a bunch of spirit points could have easily just prestiged out all of their characters, and then again, you hit a brick wall. There's nothing to do, right? So I think, now, for brand new players, this is going to be an extreme grind, because first of all, they have to max their characters out with, spirit points and regular points for their characters. They have to max out their skill trees before they can even get to the Prestige system. So I kind of understand it on the new player part, because it is going to be a very, very big grind. Now, we did have a few folks mentioning that, for new players and pretty much just any player in general, that you should be able to just get your characters to level 25 right off the bat without actually even having to play to pretty much have a chance. Because for those of you that know, especially if you're a new player, especially with the demon side, it is very, very difficult to win matches as a brand new demon, a level 0 or level 1 demon against a really good squad, or even just an average squad in general, because you just don't have, the allocated spirit points in your skill tree. So with that said, guys, my opinion on the Prestige system, I honestly really, really like it. It is very grindy, but it does feel at the same time somewhat rewarding, because a lot of these characters, they get some really, really awesome buffs to their active and passive skills that they have that can actually, really, really improve how you play the game as that character. So with that said, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on the Prestige system, my thoughts on it, because I've been seeing a lot of people sharing their opinions. I see more people negatively sharing opinions about it more than positive, but I want to kind of be positive about this because, again, this is going to be something to grind for, and it's not going to be something nobody, even the best of the best, the top tier players, are not going to get done immediately. So you have to pick and choose wisely who you want to prestige. Right now, for me, again, it's Arthur. I'm really liking some of the love that Arthur's gotten. We've been calling it for it in the past. Previously, he was an absolutely horrible character to play. Now, I think he's very beneficial to the team. He can hold his own, and he can put out some damage, and he's amazing support for warriors as well. So working on Arthur a little bit, then we'll move on to somebody else. So I'm liking the grind. You know, there's no sweat here. But let me know what you guys think about the prestige system down below. Again, I think it's a really good thing. Is it very grindy? Yes, it's extremely grindy. There's no doubt about it. So I understand some people's, you know, frustrations there. But let me know what you think of the prestige system down below, guys. I'm really interested to see what you guys think. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name's Sergeant Moose. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.